So I'm born and raised in St. Bernard Parish all my life. I grew up in Cypress Gardens in Miro by, it was Bournemouth Gym. There was no Joe Davies School, but it's where Joe Davies School was. I grew up on Bloomquist. I lived there till I was, 18 years old. And then my first house I bought, I got married when I was 19, and we bought a house actually in Pearl River. And we lived there for about 6 months to decide that we wanted to live in Chalmette, and we moved back. And so that's, my whole life pretty much in St. Bernard Parish. The one thing I love about St. Bernard is I'm gonna say the closeness of it. I feel like everywhere as I go, there's a friend there. It doesn't matter if you're going out to eat, if you're going to the park, if you're going, just out to have a few drinks, you're always gonna run across somebody that you know. There's always a friend there, and it's just a close community. I love the closeness of St. Bernard Parish. The people here are amazing. Everybody that lives here is just so resilient and proud, and that's what I love about it. I got into politics because I was frustrated with government, and when you see a lot of people complain about government, you can only do two things. You can either complain or run for office. That's your options. I did 4 years on the planning commission, and that's where I started learning, and then ran for council and won, and that ended me up where I'm at today. One thing I love about the current council, because now I'm on my second term, so you get to see how one president worked to the other and one council worked to the other, is it seems like all elected officials are moving in the same direction. And that's why you see so many good things happening in St. Bernard Parish, because it's not split. It's not a tug of war on who did this and who did that. Everybody's just working together for a common goal, and you're seeing the results of it every day in St. Bernard Parish. And we don't always all agree, don't get me wrong, we don't always all agree on how we get to the finish line, but we all agree on what the finish line is. So how you get there, you may see some bickering or some debating, but all that does is bring out the best possible results in the end, because everybody put their opinion on the table, and you take all of that and make one good decision. So I'm proud of a lot of things. I'm right now, the most recent is the park. Heavily involved in the park, me and Nathan and Guy, and the meetings, sitting down, going over design and all of that stuff. That's going to be a gem for St. Bernard. I'm also proud that, I don't know if you're familiar with Lindell Court area, they always have flooding issues, but we put a whole new drainage system through there that went to Palmisano Canal, that led to the canal being covered up, and now we have a beautiful bike path there. That's something that I worked on 5 years ago, and just seen it come together in the last couple years. So that's a huge accomplishment for District C, and that was my area when we started that project. But I'm just really proud of the attitude of government. I'm really, to go to a state event and see all the St. Bernard Parish officials sitting at one table. Every parish isn't like that. They split up, they don't like each other. And we all sit at one table and we laugh and we have a good time and we get along. And I believe even the governor made a comment about us all sitting at the same table. So, that's something to be proud of, is just to be able to work with others as well as we do.
Your parish team, your elected officials are all sitting at the same table. I'm serious, that doesn't happen that often. So I just want to tell y'all, that is impressive to me, that you all get along. And of course, I know them individually, but it is such a statement about their teamwork and the way that they partner with one another to make sure they're advancing this parish.
My goal has always been financial responsibility for St. Bernard Parish and financial stability. And it's my goal every single day in every single meeting to keep us to where we're not, we don't have to tell a resident we don't have money to fix the streets on, or we don't have money to do this. So I have to tell an employee, we got to lay you off because, we have to eliminate your department or your job because we don't have the money. So my job has always been, my goal has always been financial responsibility, and to make sure that we're not going to be faced with what happened in Katrina or any other hurricane, to where when it hits, we have to wait for the state to come clean up, or we have to wait for the federal government to clean up. We're gonna have money to start clearing our roads so our residents can get back to their property, and then we can get reimbursed later on down the line. But to have to sit and wait for 2-3 weeks, no matter how long it is, it's an eternity for somebody that's out of town trying to get back to their property. And that's one thing I hope we can keep, and we have it. It's that way right now. If something happened today, we have the money to clean our streets, and that's from being financially responsible. So what I'd want people to know about me is just know that I'm very passionate about everything I do. When I do something, I do it 100%. And when I'm on the council, I'm 100%. So when you see me emotional and you see me debating, look, I'm not mad, I'm just emotional, and I'm passionate about what we're doing. I want to try to make sure we get the best outcome. I'm approachable, I'm laid back. I'd much rather sit in my backyard, drink a Bud Light, and have a barbecue than go to any fancy banquet you can ever put me at. You know, I don't fit well in a suit. I wear one on Tuesdays, but if I could pick my attire, it would be jeans and a collared shirt, just like you see me today. Outside of politics, I mean, I wake up every day. I go to both my restaurants. I visit each one every single day. Check on what's going on day-to-day operations. And married for 23 years. I've been with my wife for 28, but we've been married for 23 years. We have one daughter, Madison, who grew up right here in St. Bernard. She's graduating Chalmette High this year. She's in the nursing program at Nunez, so we're very proud of her. My wife substitute teaches at Chalmette High School, so she's involved with the schools. I love to go mud riding. I love to take my four-wheelers out, and we got some places in Mississippi where you can pay to go ride. We love to go mud riding and camping. We go camp a lot. But my number one favorite thing to do is sit right here in my backyard and just hang out with friends and family. And I love the closeness of that, and I love the memories you make, when you're doing things like that.